It's late Saturday night, and your mom and dad have just come home from a dinner and bridge party at the Petersons. The Walkers and the Packards were there too. You and your sister and brother are sound asleep in the family room along with the babysitter. As your dad drives the babysitter home, your mom gently rouses you all and herds you up to bed. Before your dad gets home, your mom draws a bath and pours in a capful of ivory liquid so she'll smell clean for Dad. Then she undresses. Yes, she's naked, and she lowers herself into the tub. Your dad returns and puts the car in the garage. He runs your bike in, too. He notices the bathroom light is on. In the kitchen, he mixes a couple of Manhattans and locks up the house. He whistles, "I Get a Kick Out of You," as he cha-chas up the stairs. He opens the bathroom door a crack.
Ooh la la.
Go on.
He cha-chas into the bedroom and sets the drinks down on the nightstand. He twirls an imaginary partner, probably Betty Grable, and finishes his cha-cha.
Mere alcohol doesn't thrill me at all.
He sings softly as he loosens his tie. He tilts his hat forward and slings his suit coat over his shoulder.
I get no thrill from champagne.
Meanwhile, your mom towels off her large bosoms. They are actually bigger than you thought they were. In fact, they're huge. Then she dries the rest of her body. Using her lady chic, she mows her legs, her armpits, and trims the stray hairs crawling unattractively down her inner thighs. Yes, she has inner thighs. She packs her bosoms into her bra, slips on those underpants that are so big you can dry a whole car with one old pair, and drops a nightgown over her head. She ruffles the collar so it looks pretty, and puckering her lips she applies red lipstick. Your dad sits on the edge of the bed, stuffing shoe trees into his wingtips. He stands and drops his boxer shorts. Jeez, he's got a big one! And it's not pink, but it sure is hairy. He unbuttons his shirt and neatly folds it across the chair. He deposits his cufflinks in the top dresser drawer, and he reaches down under all the junk in there and comes up with a pack of playing cards with naked women on them, bathing beauties. He shuffles through them, just as you yourself so often do. Your mom has just about finished wrapping her hair in toilet paper and is considering birth control methods. She decides on the diaphragm over spermaticide. You probably remember the diaphragm. It was in the cupboard under the sink in the bathroom in the pastel blue box with the flowers on it. Well, she takes it out. It's about the size of an individual pizza, and it's crusty with white cement. She puts on those rubber gloves that are also under the sink. She puts the thing in, and because of you kids, it goes in very easily, despite its great bulk. Dad is done with the playing cards. They have aroused him enough to put on his birth control device. He puts the cards back and fishes out a rubber, or, as he calls it, a condom. It's about 15 inches long, and made out of the kind of rubber they use to make fish tank hoses. He blows the thing full of cigarette smoke and checks for leaks. Satisfied that the worker who packed it in the plant in France didn't poke a hole in it, he puts it on. He flips on the radio and dials in some lovely type music. He stands by the window sipping his Manhattan and smoking his cigarette. Your mom checks on you kids, makes sure you're covered and sleeping soundly. She walks like a duck into the bedroom to keep from getting the diaphragm cement on her legs. Then she goes into the bedroom and closes the door, and then she locks it.
Herb, will you help me barricade this door, please?
Your dad helps her slide the dresser, the dressing table, the love seat, and the end table in front of the door. He hands your mom her drink, and she takes a tiny sip.
Ooh, this is strong. Are you trying to get me drunk?
Oui, mademoiselle.
Your dad winks. There is a moment of silence as your mom and dad face the fact that a certain special event is imminent.
Honey, shall we have Congress?
I don't know. You're so bold.
It's Saturday night, and you know what that means.
I hope it's a boy.
Your dad helps your mom up on the bed where they dance cheek to cheek.
That was a nice party tonight.
Swell. Delicious hors d'oeuvres. What were they?
Grated Parmesan cheese with onion and bacon on circles of white bread.
Well, would you like to do anything before we have intimacy?
No, not that I can think of right now, dear. But we better get on with our coition before it gets too late. I have floors to do in the morning.
Your mom opens the bed and fluffs the pillows. Your dad splashes Old Spice on his cheeks.
You don't want to do a little experimenting, huh? It might be a hoot.
Just what do you have in mind?
Oh, maybe I could tie you to the bed with your hose and tickle you with my shaving brush?
For crying out loud.
If that doesn't appeal to you, how about we kiss each other's... What if you put on your mink stole?
Herb!
Wait, there's a thing I heard about at work from one of the fellas in the shipping department.
On my mother's grave, I can't believe what you're saying. What do you think we are?
You're right. But maybe we could sneak downstairs and go out to the patio lounger?
Just hurry up and coitus me so we can get to bed.
As it turns out, your mom lets your dad kiss her brassiere and lick part of her ear, and she runs her fingers through his hair, and that's just fine. After warning your dad not to muss her hair, they commence.
1, 2, 3, push!
Did I tell you what your son did today? Well, first he tracked mud all across the floors. That's why I have to do them all over again in the morning. Then that little snip calls Grandma in Florida. He just picks up the phone and dials long distance. I don't mind him spending an hour on the phone with his friends. That's not long distance. But to call up Grandma and to chat like she was next door is a bit much, wouldn't you say?
3, push!
I wish you'd have a talk with him about the phone, dear.
2. Oops. Pardon me, but I'm done.
Oh, good. So am I.
Your dad jumps out of bed and pushes the barricade from the door, so your mom can run to the bathroom and get sick. Then he lights up a cigarette and goes to the linen closet to get clean sheets. As your mom puts the sheets on the bed, your dad disinfects the old ones, then he showers. When he's done and he returns to the room, your mom is asleep. He climbs into bed, switches on the light, reads a few pages of Youngblood Hawk, and dozes off. In the morning, you and your sister and brother are up at 6. Since it's Sunday and there isn't anything on TV except Mass, you sit outside your parents' door and listen. You incorrectly judge their early morning rustling and snoring as sexual activity. You try to picture what they're doing in there, but you draw a complete blank.